Hey, good morning. My name is Chenny from Goldfinger Holdings. I am the product manager of TestRay app inside Jira. Welcome to today's micro webinar. Today, I'm going to talk about how to create and manage your test cases inside Jira with our TestRay app. As we all know that building test case repository is quite important for any testing team. With our TestRay help, we can cover a lot of features of your test case management in order to give you an easy way to create and manage your test cases. It includes creating test cases directly from a tester suite or a sub-suite. You can also link existing test cases to tester suite or sub-suite in order to make sure that your test case is managed in a logic way. We also support to import test cases from a CSV file from your local environment. Besides these test case creation features, TestRay also provide reordering of test cases, cloning of test cases, exporting of your test cases, and deleting your test cases to make sure that your test case repository is built in a perfect way, in a logic way, so that these can be prepared for your test case planning and execution. Now, let's move to our demo instance to show how TestRay app can achieve these step by step. Now I have switched to my Jira demo environment. Let's just switch a Jira project with our TestRay app installed. You need to go to this test suite page. This is a central space where you can create and manage your test cases and test case repository. Let's say today we are going to test Gmail app. So you can simply go to this add button to create like Gmail app test cases. So it is just a folder, or you can call it just test case repository, etc. And then you can open it and start your test case creation directly from this test suite. Here, if you see this plus icon, it is test case icon. Click on that. It will launch create issue screen, which is from Jira, and the issue type will be default to test case automatically. So let's say it is, let's give a summary. First test case to test Gmail app. Okay, and you can give other fields like components or versions or whatever. It depends on your needs, and then create. Once the creation is done, you see these test keys will be presented inside this test suite automatically. This is the way how you create test keys directly from test suite. Think about that. Sometimes you may have an independent test keys created from Jira button here. Let's say it is the second test keys for Gmail and create. So I just created a brand new test case, but it is not linked to any test suite. That means test case is not structured. So from this opened test suite, you can use this link option to link your test case back from here. You see, I searched the second test case and then click on it and then link it. You see the linked test case is showing up here automatically. So this is presented here. So sometimes we may have, a list of test cases developed in our Excel file or CSV file. We want to move them back to Jira or to a test management tool. So TestRay provide import option here. You can click on that and then choose the import file and then open it. So now let me just open this file to have a quick look how it looks like. So you see in my CSV file, I have total of 3 test cases. I have summary and priority and labels or whatever other custom views you have, we support it here. So the most important part is here, test suite means once you create these test cases, you can put these test cases into a subsuite, I mean a subfolder there, so that makes sure that your test cases imported and structured well. So this test step ID, step, and data, this is quite easy to understand. It is just part of test case content. Now let me go back to my importer again. So let's just use an existing configuration file to make sure that the necessary views are loaded and mapped. You see here, you can map the views to your Jira system to make sure that, okay, only necessary views will be created inside your TestRay or in your Jira. Now let me begin my import. It's quite easy and convenient. It has been done. Now let me switch to test suite again. You see, Gmail app test cases previously. I have created 2 test cases there. And now you see there are 5, means there are a total of 3 test cases imported from the CSV file. If I open this test suite again, you see a subfolder, or you can call it a subsuite being created together with my test cases. Now, if you open any of my test cases I just imported, you see the steps are there as well. This is how you, import multiple test cases from the CSV file. Now let me just open a single brand new test case. And then you can view the test step information like this way. It's quite easy, and add. You see a new step has been added here. Additionally, we have import feature here to help user to import steps from an external file. Let's see, I have 3 steps in the CSV file, and then open it and import. You see the 3 steps are imported to this test case automatically. So this is a way, if you have several common test cases with common steps, you can use this CSV file to import these shared steps. Now let me go back to my test case repository to have a quick look. So as I mentioned, test case repository means the test case need to be organized in a logic way. Sometimes we may need to reorder our test cases. It's quite easy inside TestRay. You can simply drag and drop like this way. You see the test case structure has been changed like this way. It's quite easy. And also you can do like export a folder with all the test cases, or you can also clone a single test case from this page. Let's say clone. Once the clone is done, you see the test keys will be listed here in the structure. And sometimes maybe the test keys will be expired, or it need to be deleted. You can simply use or delete option here and then confirm. The test keys will be disappeared from your test keys repository. All these options are working for a single test case issue, but sometimes we want to do, bulk operation. You can choose multiple and then go to top right corner to export, or to move to other location, or to clone, or to delete these test keys. It's quite easy and fast. Yeah, once your test case structure has been built, the test repository with test cases were created, the next stage will be create a test plan and do your assignment and do your execution. So for that part, we will do it in next micro webinar. Yeah, it's pretty much for today's webinar. If you have any questions and like to know more about our product, feel free to reach out to us at sales.testray.com. So if you have any question now, you can just type in our webinar platform. Any question there? Yeah, I have a question here. Could you add test results to the CSV and import into TestRay? No, actually, for today's webinar, I'm just introducing about how to create and manage your test cases. It is not related to execution at all. So for the next few of days, we will do another webinar. We will introduce how to update the result. But for now, in this webinar, I can simply answer. You cannot import result. You have to do it manually, or you can use book operation. TestRay and TestRay. We are two different companies. Okay, TestRay is a Jira plugin, purely Jira plugin. We don't have a standalone TestRay server. For TestRay, it is kind of enterprise application. It is a standalone application. So this TestRay inside Jira, it is just kind of connector to connect TestRay application and Jira. It is kind of bridge. It is not a separate plugin. It is just a bridge to make sure that TestRay server can work together with your Jira. For example, in your Jira, you can see TestRay test case links, something like that. This is totally different product, but yes, the name is quite similar. I hope I have answered all your questions. And yep, again, thanks for joining. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. If you have any further questions or you want to learn more about our product, please feel free to reach out to us at sales@testray.com. Thanks.